Hi there. My name is Sarah Gallagher. It is the 19th of November, and I am recording this at home in my apartment in Antwerp. What is my background? I have worked sporadically as a visual artist as well as being a performance artist. I originally felt like being a visual artist was something that I would innately do because it's something that I'm drawn to. And it's something that I have always found solace in and found some kind of what is the word that I'm trying to find? Some kind of understanding and balance that resonated with me. So originally I studied art with the intention of continuing on to be solely a visual artist. But as life happens, I meandered down another road and decided that my path would possibly be performance art instead. I wanted to be an actor. I do feel like a lot of the time, and I think that most artists would agree with me, maybe not, that when you do one kind of artistic practice, usually it pours out into another. Most of the people that I know and I have spoken to and I understand that are creatives usually do different kind of mediums of art and different kind of mediums of creativity. So I felt like for me, working as a actor was the right choice for a while anyway, and the focus in the last decade has probably been being a performer. But the one thing that I always know and the one thing that always kind of grounds me is painting. So I on and off would go back to this practice. I would always be inspired by things around me visually. The aesthetics of things always excite me. So I think that aspect was always there, regardless of whether I was performing or painting. I think, everything around you can be an influence, can be an inspiration. The natural world, coming from somewhere that is quite beautiful in nature by the sea, definitely find inspiration in that and find peace in that to clear the mind. So living in cities, I've lived in many different cities, so understanding and observing the life in a city and the hustle and the bustle, that inspires as well. It resonates. And trying to apply that to the practice as well. So I kind of find influences everywhere. Of course, also the people that are around me that I can see making beautiful art as well. Right now, I am getting back into art. In the last 4 years, it's been something that I have been focusing on more because I've had the space and the time to focus on that, which is great. And it's also been something that I have been more excited about. I set up a little studio in the apartment that I was living in and ferociously painted for a very long time. So I feel like for the time that I wasn't doing it, I sped up and I made up for that. The output has been mainly abstract with a touch of figurative work. I definitely work on instinct, I feel. Instinct and trying to work with different shapes, patterns, different mood boards for colour depending on how I'm feeling. I would describe the process as instinctual but with intent. Instinctual and intentional. Yeah, that kind of balance there would describe what I do, I feel. The challenge for me is to try and continue to be true to what I want to express. Sometimes it can be difficult when you are going on instinct and things are changing, and especially I think sometimes when it is not figurative, to be able to explore that realm truthfully. Yeah, I think that if I were to look back and try and give some advice to my younger self about working down this avenue, just be honest with what you want to explore and try and be as authentic in what you're doing. It is difficult when you're saturated by other things around you, and also referencing things is fine as well, but try and be as honest as you can in the things that you are trying to develop. I think that that's important because that's the only way to move forward. I try and work with many different techniques and in many different ways and styles. I do find that I gravitate towards the things that I've already been doing, but I try and work with different mediums, definitely. I used to find it very therapeutic to just listen to music, any kind of music, pardon me, depending on the mood, to just get me to focus. But in the last few months when I've been painting, I find myself gravitating more towards podcasts, people talking, just having something in the background, feeling like I'm working within something. There are other people around even though they're not. I find it more grounding to do that, but usually not silence. Yeah. The thing that I hope that people take away from my art is, I guess, the things that I take away from other people's art, to be inspired, to question what I am saying, to question what I'm trying to deliver to people, and to just find anything that they can in there. The amount of times that I have displayed a piece of art and somebody has given me a completely different idea of what I was trying to express. And I love that because it just means that there's so much room for exploration, and that should be what art is about as well, about finding whatever you see in the piece. Obviously, some things I'm trying to tell a story in, but others it's very much up to interpretation. I think that that's the beauty of art. It can be whatever it needs to be for whomever is watching it or seeing it, or taking it in. I think that that's important, as long as it kind of inspires. Yeah, I think that's what it should be. Anyway.